Hello, hello, hello. It's Anal. How are you guys doing? Look, I'm on real quick, honey. This is gonna be a quick live, but I just had to come on because look, it's day 3. Am I dressed cute? I know. It's day 3 of the DNC. Look, I know I ain't told nobody, but I'm gonna go tell somebody right now. I'm gonna go tell the people that we live because this is gonna be very quick. Because look, tonight is day 3 of the DNC, and I just wanted to come on and look, say some things about what I need to hear. If anybody's out there listening, what I need to hear from the Democratic Party tonight, if they want to get my vote. Look, it ain't gonna be easy. Y'all might hear I'm just going out and I'm going to share this. So if you hear something, a little feedback for just a minute, don't worry about it. I'm just going out and sharing this video because we are, and let people know that we're live. So people can know we're live so y'all can see it. So I'm just going to go out and share this video so y'all can know. So if y'all hear a little feedback, don't worry. I'm gonna cut it down real quick. But yeah, I'm just I hope you guys have been watching the DNC. I know they're okay, good. I hope y'all are watching the DNC. I know I have been watching the DNC, and I have been you know, just really trying to listen to every candidate. Of course, I've been critiquing because y'all know this is what I do. Some of y'all love me. Yeah, some of y'all mad as firecracker. Girl, look, folks been deleting me on Facebook and blocking me, honey. I know. I know the Most High is saying that I'm loved, and so I ain't worried about it. I hope they ain't worried because your girl definitely is not worried about it because, honey, look. But trust, I am not worried. But honey, folks been blocking me on Facebook for the last days because I'm giving both sides of the equation here. You know what I'm saying? We live, honey, because look, I ain't got time. We sitting here. This vote, if Trump didn't tell y'all nothing, everybody talking about dump Trump, and that's good because I'm with you on that one. I am with you, honey. Dump Trump with every fiber of my being. But here's the problem. Everybody has been talking about, y'all comment, let me know that y'all are in the broadcast. Let me know. Let's say hello. Let me know that you are here. But yeah, welcome to the live. Thank y'all so much for watching. Comment, let me know. I see about 3 people watching, so let me know that you're here. But look, and share with a friend, let them know that I'm live. But I'm telling you, I have been very hard on the Democrats, and rightfully so. They need to be critiqued because we as Black America, we never critique them. Whatever they do, whoever they throw up in the Democratic Party as a candidate, honey, we the majority of, not everybody, but the majority of Black America, we roll over, honey, and we vote for these people. And then as soon as they get in office, they do what they want to do. And so they're going to have to work for my vote. You look, honey, they're going to have to work for my vote this time. I don't mean no harm. I really just don't. I don't mean any harm because we have suffered a lot at the hand. And, I know everybody loves Barack Obama and, Mr. Obama, Mrs. Obama. That's a conversation for that's a discussion for another day. I'm not going to go burst any bubbles. I think I loved him as a person. But, honestly, some of his policies, I was just not, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of his policies were just not my favorite. And that's just the honest to God truth. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be savvy voters. And we've got to be. We have got to be. We've got to learn how to be savvy and learn how to be voters who are really like in other parties, like, what are the parties that, that you see? Republican voters, independents. I think independents are probably the most, they're not tied. You know, the independents are really not tied to any one party or another, but get my hair right. But we as Black voters and a lot of people, even within the GOP party, yeah, we critiquing both sides. We critiquing everybody because that's what you need to do. Your vote matters. What they're doing, the census right now, your vote counts. It matters. And so what happens is we'll, vote, and they know, the Democratic Party knows that they can count on our vote. The Democratic Party knows that they do not have to work for our vote. Whatever they put up there, whatever they do, whatever, honey, they know. They know we are people who votes. We're very loyal voters as African Americans. We vote Democratic. Look, my grandma was a Democrat. My great grandma was a Democrat. My mama was a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. My daddy was a Democrat. You hear me? My granddaddy was a Democrat. So they know we are very loyal. If you want to come on screen, on the stream and talk, if you want to join the stream right quickly, come on live. Let's see, live is spelled L-I-V-E with me. Click this link, and I'm going to put the link here in this in the comments, so you'll see this link. So look in the live comments and you will see the link, and you can, if you, unless you're watching the replay later, then you can come on and talk with me. But I'm telling you, look, these folks gonna have to work for my vote. I am telling you, the last couple of nights, day one. Okay, so day one, what happened? I'm trying to remember. So Miss Obama spoke day one, right? And she outlined everything that was wrong with Trump, everything that we, that why Trump should not be in office, all of that. Okay, cool. And I very much respect Miss Obama, First Lady Obama. I respect her. I think she appears to be, from what we can tell from the public, a great mom, a great wife, a great daughter, sister, all of that. Had a great relationship with her brother. All of that. And so I respect her. I've done actually a video about her not too recently, just a couple of, was it last week that I did this video? This video because she talked about on NPR and on her podcast. Yes, I listened to a podcast. She talked about how we as how we as women, or how she had experienced depression. And so I thought, I did that video. Go check it out. Go check out that video. Cause like I said, talk about stress, depression, anxiety, and anxiety. People are having a lot of anxiety because of this election. So my anxiety about the election is I don't want to put in another Democrat or Republican or anybody else. I don't want to vote for anybody that is just going to mess us over. You know what I'm saying? Screw us over. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for another politician that's going to give all these campaign promises, who doesn't have a clear plan, who doesn't tell their plan, who we can't even see their taxes. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And then they get up there in office and they do what they want to do. This ain't the time for that. We've gone through too much. We've gone through too much. Too much has happened. And so if you want my vote, honey, you're going to have to work for it. I'm not just giving you my vote. And if you look on my Facebook page, I have been hammering all candidates, both sides. It don't matter to me. Trump, you gets it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the good, the bad, and ugly. Because we don't look at people with a very critical lens. We just, I'm Republican, so that's who I'm gonna vote for. I'm Democrat. I'm a Democrat, so I'm just whoever the whoever the Democratic nominee is, that's who I'm gonna vote for. We don't critically assess anybody. Sorry, I'm just keep messing with my hair. We don't critically assess anybody. We don't do any critical or strategic thinking to them about whether they're gonna be a great candidate. And the whole thing is right now that everybody is saying is, oh, well, you know, we want to get Trump out of office. Yeah, we want to get Trump out of office, but do we really want to put somebody worse in? And for those of us who are on our way out the door, I know some of y'all thinking, well, ain't you going to Africa? I sure is, honey. But you know, I sure am. But does it matter? Yeah, because I got family and stuff here, and I do plan to come back and visit. You know what I'm saying? And I want my family to be safe. I want my friends, people I know, even Facebook people who delete me and don't like me. I want y'all to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Who block me because I have a different opinion about things, or because I'm willing to look at both sides of the issues and expose both sides of the issues. Look, you don't just get my vote just simply because you're Democrat. You don't get my vote. You don't get the vote. You got to earn this stuff. You got to earn it. And we have not made people earn our vote. This is why once they get in office, or even before they get in office, they start talking little things. You know, Joe Biden saying stuff about, you know, that the Latinos are much more diverse than African Americans, the African American population, and their culture is much more, expansive than ours. Whatever the little comments that he made, y'all clarify them and put them in the comment section. What was that about? Like, really? I mean, you of all people, 1994 crime bill, Joe, talk about it. I mean, really. Tell me how you are to judge anybody's culture. What's your culture? You want to judge something. So I'm just saying, this is the time where we need to do some critical thinking, where we need to really think about, in the African diaspora, who we're going to vote for and who we're going to lend our voice and our support. Who are we going to give our support and our voice to? And are they worthy? Are they worthy of our support? Are they worthy at all? So tonight, yeah, I need to hear some things. Look, y'all hear me? I need to hear some things. And so day one, like I said, day one was Mrs. Obama. She did an awesome job. I thought she did an awesome job. It was, it was pre-recorded. People thought because it wasn't going to be live that it wouldn't be great. But come on, she's a queen. What y'all talking about? I mean, that was crazy. What you talking about? Yes, she is a queen. She is a genius. So she did excellent, and I didn't expect any less. That was day one. I don't know who else spoke. I listened to the whole thing. Then day two, I was kind of disappointed in Jill Biden's speech. Yeah, I just didn't connect with it. I just didn't. The green dress was too much. Right, like we're talking about clothes, but hey, I'm a girl. I thought, just there was some sentimentality of her being in her old classroom. And I do understand. Milton and I have done a video, a live, go check it out, on whether schools should be open or not. So that's a huge debate. I get that. Senator Warren also spoke. Honestly, I'm just going to be honest with you. That is who I voted for in the primaries. I voted for her because I really liked the things that she said. I liked the direction she was going. And I watched her, some of the things that she did, and reaching out to the Black community, to the African-American community. She actually earnestly and truly reached out and was on platforms, that small platforms and some large ones as well, that you would not even have imagined. She really was on some amazing platforms, and she was out there doing her thing. And I appreciated that coming from her. And I liked her agenda. I liked some of the things she stood for. So that was day three. Oh, of course, Barack Obama spoke. Mr. Former President of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama spoke. I was not I was just not overwhelmed. I was underwhelmed, I would say, with what Barack Obama said. And I think I was underwhelmed because the difference when Michelle spoke, she was very passionate. You could almost see the tears sort of welling in her eyes. And I felt that it was, very real. When Mr. Obama spoke, I really was just in a place where I had enough. It was like, I don't want to hear any more about creating this amazing world, creating a kumbaya moment. I just wasn't there, right? So it was very much in the way of his acceptance speech, when he accepted the nomination, and then hope, dream, all that stuff. It was very much what we would expect from Mr. Obama, that passion and that positivity, and that getting people united and uplifting people. It's like very much of the Martin Luther King, I have a dream, and I just wasn't in the mood. I mean, I just was like, no, I need to hear plans. I need you all to really tell us plans about what you're going to, what you're going to do, and then what we could expect from you. Okay, so then we heard from Kamala Harris. I was underwhelmed. And her speech was who she was, what she tried to really gloss over what she had done. Of course, no mention, no apologies of her policies of truancy. She went hard after California parents whose children were not coming to school who were truant. She was jailing parents. No, none of that. None of the harsh sentences that she talked. Nothing talking about the harsh sentences that she had done. Her whole prosecutorial record, how harsh it was on Black and brown people. How the 1994 crime bill that Joe Biden authored, how it was detrimental to the Black community, and how you have so many people who have been impacted by this, right? And so by this, as so many people that have been impacted. And so and then of course with Kamala Harris, there is this issue of Jamal Truelove and others who were innocent, right? So they're innocent, and here they are, and Jamal Truelove innocent, and I think there was some payments to house the person who testified against him. It was like $60,000, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Overall, in terms of housing, food, whatever, take care of this witness and put them in witness protection while they testify. So all this is going on, and nothing. Right, this kind of silence. There's the African American mom in California who, is one of many of the people that Kamala Harris prosecuted for truancy because her child was truant and wasn't going to school. And so there you are, right? There you are. And of course, there's this issue that people have been bringing up about race. I'm not really going to go into that because, if you talk about being ADOS, FBA, if you talk about the hopes and dreams of Martin Luther King and the hopes and dreams of people our ancestors who actually built the White House, who were enslaved in this country, brought here as early as the 1500s, then you really sound very, you know what I'm saying? You sound people want to say that you're racist, to bring up these issues. And we are looking at a Democratic Party that is, the face of it is our immigrants. And after people had asked and put up so many amazing women, here we are, right? Here we are with the candidates that we have, and Joe choosing the candidate that he chose as VP. So what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? And so it is what it, it is what it is. And so everybody, there was a time when I was growing up where nobody wanted to be considered African American. People would laugh if you said you were from Africa, right? All this stuff. So and laugh at you if you were from Africa. All of a sudden now everybody, right? Excuse me. Everyone wants to be African American. And it is what it is. So I'm not gonna really go into that. But we do not need to ever forget Khalif Browder. We don't need to forget these names. The young man, young black man who sat on Rikers Island for 3 years without a trial for a backpack he didn't steal. He committed suicide after spending 2 years in solitary confinement. 730 days alone. We don't need to forget him. Somehow we've forgotten. We were all hollering, Black Lives Matter, and the protests, the signs. I had the protests. I did the signs. I did it all, right? The protests, the signs. I carried. I carried the signs. I sweated in the heat, and I got the videos to prove it, like in the pictures, everything. And here we are. We are choosing the law and order candidates. Here, these candidates are. They are more conservative and more law and order than the whole Republican Party put together. And it's just amazing to me that we find ourselves in this juxtaposition, in this place in 2020. The 1994 crime bill. I kind of alluded to that, but we're thinking about, remembering people like Khalif Browder. We're remembering people like the young man who got, what was it, 30 years, a life sentence for stealing the hedge clippers. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? And all of this dates back to the 1994 crime bill that Joe Biden authored. And so what kind of promises are we going to get from Joe Biden, who authored the 1994 crime bill? And these people are still in, black people are still in jail, right? For minor crimes. We're not, people are like, well, don't, if you commit a crime, don't you need to, hey, home girl healer, how you doing, sweetie? Glad to see you here. I mean, so people are like, oh, well, I left the link if anybody wants to come on and join me, but people are like, oh, well, 1994 crime bill, don't people need to go to jail if they commit a crime? Well, okay, we ain't talking about them. We're talking about the Khalif Browders who were innocent, the Jamal Truloves. We're talking about people who, because of the 1994 crime bill and then the subsequent 1995 crime bill that came after, because of those and what Joe did with the Democratic Party to show himself tough on crime, because of that, you have thousands, if not millions, of black and brown people who are in jail for minor infractions. Remember, this is the time of, right after on the heels of Reagan, where it's just say no and, minor. I mean, people are going to jail for 30 years to life for a 30 bag, that $30 bag of weed. I mean, it's craziness. But at the same time, you got now in this pandemic, people are using heroin and all these other things, who are not African American, but largely Mzungus, right? And they are now getting counseling for these same things, and for some of these same offenses that our people are still in jail for, and have not been released and are not going to be released. The only promising thing that has come out of any of this was and this is just, I'm going to be honest, is President Trump in his 1994. 1994 is Trump in his First Step program, where he was releasing inmates, giving inmates a second chance to get their lives together, to get out of jail early, to be released early. And he was giving people a second chance. And so, I'm no Trump fan. That is probably one of the only policies that I can even think of right now There may be one or two others, but I think this might be the only policy that I even have any respect for, that even made me, even think of him as a candidate, let alone a president. So, it is what it is. I am no, by any stretch of the means, a Trump supporter, but I am I have been a lifelong Democrat, but honey, y'all making me rethink my whole plan. I'm not going to be Republican, but y'all making me, independent sounds real good to me right now. It really, really does. And so, look, I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you. Number one, what did I say? I'm scrolling back so I can read my notes, honey, what I said. What do I want to hear from the candidates? Number one, no more lies. Look, y'all. Oh, I need you to be real as candidates. Tonight, on day 3, the last night of the DNC. Did I just rhyme? Look. Look, I need y'all to be real. I need you to be, Joe, as you writing this speech, I hope you listen to me live. Somebody share the link with Joe and Kamala. Look, because she's going to come on stage with him after his speech. They're going to accept the nomination together as one. They're holding hands and put their hands up. There'll be probably no balloons because, of course, it's COVID. And, people have fairly said that some of the reasons that why we have such a issue with COVID and so many deaths is because of the person who's sitting in office right now, Mr. Trump. And that's, I know y'all have debates on both sides. Having said that, no more lies. I don't need no more lies from Trump. I don't need no more lies. And so since I'm already fed up with the Twitter lies with Trump, I definitely don't want any more lies with Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Do you hear me? That's number one. No more lies. Number two, no more apologies. Look, you did what you did with the 1994 crime bill. Joe, you authored it. You took credit for it. Boom. You said what you said to Dr. Anita Hill. And I'm going to tell you, I, as a young woman, because I'm still young, but when I was young in college, I watched, like everyone else, were huddled around, few little TVs that people had TVs in college, right? We'd all huddle around or huddle in the living spaces, the shared spaces with the living areas and the couch, whatever. And I was traumatized by every word out of your mouth, foul mouth, Joe. Attack dog Joe, how you talk to Dr. Queen Anita Hill. And she talked about how she was sexually harassed by Clarence Thomas. And not only that, how was it that Joe and Mr. Clinton, former President Clinton, that you all were so in support of, yes, I said it, Clarence Thomas, who was more conservative than conservative. This man was more conservative than the whole GOP. So I don't even know how here you all Democrats are supporting him, which makes you think. It makes you wonder when President Obama said that he could have been a Republican back in the day. He would have been a Republican back in the day. Y'all get the quote right. Go ahead, Google it. And I can see that. Coming out of conservative Christian background, which I came from, I can give you that. And most African Americans will tell you they're conservative. They just don't like the racist policies that of the KKK and all of that of the now new Republican Party under Trump. But they've been racist all along. Bush, talked about he was racist. He was raised to be a racist. He raised his children to be a racist. His children. The Bush girls have said they were raised to be racist. That's just how they were raised. They've apologized for that. Billy Bush has gotten in trouble for his sexist, misogynist things that he laughed at with Trump, grabbed them by the what, it is what it is. But it makes you wonder, because the old Democratic Party was a Dixie Party. And I remember, I was talking to my husband about that. I remember how when I was growing up, they were like the Joe Bidens of the world were changing their image from the old Dixie KKK party, the Southern KKK racist party. The people like Joe Biden who didn't want a jungle for segregation. Look up the quote. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the quote. I got it there. Joe Biden said he didn't want a jungle when it comes to desegregation. You know, the busing. He was talking about the busing, right? When my mama was, about to be in her day when they were about to desegregate schools, and so my grandmother didn't want her to be a part of the desegregation. So since she sent my mom away to school, to an all-girls school in North Carolina, sure did. And I can understand that. So we want to know that, this is the old Dixie Party. This is the Democratic Party is the old Dixie Party. Dixiecrats is what they used to call them. And I remember my grandmother and my Madia, who was her first cousin, was like also another grandmother to me because I lived with her after my grandmother died. But I remember them having this conversation about the Democratic Party and how they knew the people who were running for the Democratic Party, but all of a sudden they were trying to change their image. They were trying to be friends with Black people. And, they were having big fish fries in Mississippi, in Batesville, Mississippi. I remember that. And we'd go to Hefner Motors down there, and they had the big tents, and they had the fish fries. And, they were also offering car loans to people. You came down there, and they were, just a whole bunch of old stuff, right? This is way back, right, in the 80s. I was in school. And now it's like these people are adults, and somehow we have forgotten who they were. Our generation, our parents did not pass all of this on to us to know. And some of us have moved to other places. So I'm not even in Mississippi anymore. So we don't know who these same people were, how they were, the old Dixie Party. And so we don't question them. But Madia, she was like, no, just tell my grandmother, no, I'm not going to vote for that person. Because I remember how they were growing up, the same old thing. My grandma was like, oh, well, people can change. He's this now, he's that now. He's really, and she was like, I don't know, Ruth. I don't know. That's my grandmother's name. I just don't know. She had a nickname. We can go on that. And so I think it's just time for no more lies. I think we need to take the veil off. Trump is helping to do that. People have argued that he definitely is a person that God has used to, if you want to call it that, he's a person that God has used to unveil and to take the blinders off and show who, we really are. And so, yeah. I think it is time. I think Trump has continually exposed and will even expose even more. He's exposed Biden's relationship with China. He's over and over again talked about how racist the Democratic Party has been. And I think as Black Americans, no matter who you vote for, because I am definitely not here to tell anybody who to vote for. And honey, I have deleted people and blocked people myself for telling me who to vote for. Not really, I didn't do that. I didn't delete them or block them. I just really politely told him, look, my husband don't even tell me who to vote for. And you don't pay my internet bill. That's what I said. And so, look, no more lies, no more apologies. Look, you did it. I'd rather you say, instead of I'm sorry, I'd rather you just say, look, we're going to turn a new corner and we're going to do new things. We're going to roll out a program where we're going to do A, B, C, this, and this. And we're going to embrace all people. We're going to embrace, especially Black people. We believe in your, in what you are fighting for, and that you are worthy of, we believe that, and we support you, and we stand behind you, and we give you, we believe that you deserve dignity and respect, and we denounce racism and white supremacy. Yes, boom. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh Lord, let me get some water. I don't think it's gonna happen. He might. But then, this is number 3. This is number 2. I'm sorry. No more lies, no more apologies. But okay. So we're in there together, right? If you say no more apologies, you lay out your plan. No more lies. Don't just tell me something to get my vote, and then you're going to do something. So, and you look at the track record of Joe his stance on desegregation in the 70s, okay, and his statements in the 70s. You look at his 1994 crime bill. You look at how Joe has been, even, in the 90s with Anita Hill, Dr. Anita Hill, and his stance on sexual harassment, right? You look at all of these things, and so you go back to no more lies, number one, and no more apologies. Okay. Number three, right? No more Trump blame game. Look, y'all. You don't have to, to rally the Democratic Party and to rally African Americans and to inspire and encourage me to vote for you. I don't want to hear about Trump. I don't want to hear negative nanny about what Trump did, what Trump didn't do, what Trump should have done, how Trump should have been. He's not going to ever be the person. We know that. Okay, and you did that. That you all laid that out nicely. Day one and day two with Mrs. Obama, with Jill Biden, and then with Barack Obama, and also with the other candidates that spoke as well. All right, cool, great, cool. We got it. I don't need to know anymore. I know Trump history. I can tell you Trump history better than you can tell Trump history. I've read the tweets. I've seen the videos, the racist videos. I have watched Black people get beaten and threatened and pushed and shoved when they tried to go to his conventions. I have watched the Black preachers being trotted out. I don't know who paid them. I've watched Diamond and Pearl and Diamond and Glow. What's the girl name? Yeah, I done did that. Yeah, did that. I've done it. Been there and done that. Okay. So I don't need to hear anymore about Trump. I don't need any more of the Trump blame game. We're done with that. We're moving on. Now, is any of this going to make me stay? Probably not. Because I just go back to number one and number two. No more lies. No more apologies. And then go back to lies. No more lies. So I don't think it's going to it's not going to change my mind. Number four. This is where we're in, y'all. What I really want them to lay out tonight, what I will need you to do with all his memory and faculty intact. And I mean, this is not a swipe either, because these guys are getting old. Trump and look, they are getting old. And I'm really looking at the Green Party right now. Somebody asked me, who am I voting for? The Green Party is looking real good, because you got an African-American woman, which I might talk about one night, who is actually running for president. She's actually running for vice president. Actually, she is in the Green Party. Y'all look up greenparty.com. Just Google Green Party. And she is the first African-American to be selected for a major party, because there are three parties, right? Three major parties. I think there's the Green Party, and then there's a fourth, the Libertarian. But yeah, so she's actually the first, and I say she's the first African-American to be selected because she was actually, her nomination was actually shared earlier in July. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Black folks doing things, honey. And so I need tonight for Joe Biden, Mr. Joe Biden, and Mrs. Kamala Harris to come out tonight, but especially because it's Joe's night to speak, for Joe to come out and to denounce the 1994 crime bill. I need to get him to give a plan for what he's going to do for restitution and for allowing criminals to have a second chance, to have a first chance, and how he's going to work to overturn these minute sentences, to transmute or end these huge sentences for minor crimes. How he's going, and included in minor crimes, I mean stuff like stealing a lawnmower, stealing a hedge clippers. I mean, like having $30 worth of weed. That's what I mean. I am not talking at all about rape, murder, kidnapping, none of that stuff. Okay, that's what I need. I need him to talk about a plan, which, you know, Trump already has a plan. It's called the first step plan, but his plan of how he's going to work on really rehabilitating and releasing people who have these minor crimes, because prosecutors like Kamala Harris, they've worked hand in hand. Joe and Kamala have worked hand in hand with, right, prosecuting Black and brown people based on the rules and the law that was established in the crime bills. Okay, right. And so that they worked this hand in hand. And so Kamala even talked about it last night, how she worked with Beau, right? Beau Biden as AGs. Beau was an AG, she was an AG. And so Beau talked to her about, the different things and different cases and different case law and the crime bills, all of that stuff. And so they have this, working hand in hand. All right, you got this thing going on. So it's already been established. This is from their mouth. Go back and watch day 2. And you will hear her talking about that, her close relationship with Beau. Okay. And so this is why she was chosen, because she's going to be that pinch hitter, right? She's going to be in the pocket. And people have already said she's part of the establishment. And so she is going to be one of those people that Joe can count on to push his agenda. All right, he's not gonna have to worry about it. She's gonna push his agenda. She's gonna push it. When she gets the ball, she's on the carry. She's gonna take it to the end. And not only that, she'll be, the face, of the new Democrat. She is the face of the new Democratic Party, right? Barack Obama was the new face of the Democratic Party. And so, where does that leave you? Where does that leave me? Where does that leave everyone else? I mean, it's a question. It's a question to be answered. It really is a question to be answered. And so I want to know tonight. I want to hear from them. I'm just waiting. I can't wait to hear from them. To no more lies, no more apologies, no more Trump blame game. I want to know what the plan is. I want to know, this Trump-Pence relationship, Pence, Banyan, all these people, right? Banyan's in jail now. Look, all these people that Trump had that surrounding him who are now in jail. Crime boss, right? So they're now in jail. And so I want to know, when it comes to China, what is his stance going to be in foreign policy and trade, all of those things. I want to know, because this impacts jobs here at home. I want to know. Don't you want to know what are his plans for Africa? Honey, you better know his foreign policy. I want to know, what's your foreign policy? What's the truth? What are you going to be doing? I need to know, and you need to know. Ask these questions, right? People are like, well, who are we going to vote for? Well, this is what choice do we have? Look, your delegates are right in your city, in your state, some of them, if you're living in major cities, they're in your major city. Well, why weren't you talking about your delegates? Because we saw the delegates on day 2 saying, offering their vote and sharing the votes for the different candidates. So if you were listening to day 2, you heard all of that. So people are like, well, what choice do we have? You can't reject a candidate. Yes, you can. And we should. And there are other parties. Angela Davis, I think it was Angela Davis who said earlier this year or last year, she said, the Black African Americans, Black people, we just need a whole new party. We do. And that's something it may not be this year. It may not be the next 4 years, but at some point in time, We have got to have a Black agenda, and we have got to move as one and unite together as one, so that our vote really matters and that we set forth an agenda of what we want, not just through the Black caucus, not just, I'm outside of all of that. Like, where are our Black leaders? Where are they? Right? It's got to be you and me, right? Talking about what the issues are, what we want to see. It's a really, I was going to say a word. I was going to say it's a damn shame, because it is. It's a darn shame, y'all, that somebody posted a picture of the hood in the projects, what they look like under Bush, what they look like under Mr. Obama, and what they look like under Trump. And you know what? They ain't changed. They look the same. And so we're fooling ourselves if we think that the Democratic Party is just completely going to come in and just like a rainbow and just change everything, and everything's going to be different, and and the world's going to be shining and gleaming, and everything's going to change, and nothing's going to change really, because Trump and Biden are so close, and really they're so close in their policies on crime. They're so close. You won't be able to tell a Democrat. You can't even, I mean, Joe and Trump are so close in there. Other than Joe has been in politics longer, so he's more finessed in how he talks. He has a better interpersonal communication skill. He has better communication skills, even external communication skills, right? He listens to his PR team. He does try to listen, because Joe still will put his whole foot and rear end, derriere ass in his mouth from time to time. So that's just truth about it, right? So look, we need to wise up. We need to get wise. We need to get real, okay, about what exactly we want to see and we need to see from our Democratic leaders and from the Democratic Party, from the Republican Party, for whatever party. But now, since we're doing Democratic Party, we need to know, because it's, day 3, because I'm a lifelong Democrat. Look, let's be real about it. So we need to know, what are the policies? What are their policies? What are their plans? What strategically are they looking at? Look, I'm telling you, I need you to talk about reparations. Have y'all seen the video where Kamala Harris is laughing at reparations? She's like, oh no, I'm not going to talk about that. If anybody asks, I'm not even going to talk about that. But you're Black, right? Okay. Cool. Right. Gotcha. So just because someone has the same color as you, you need to know they may not have the same mind and thought as you, right? They may not have the same ideology as you. We weren't all raised by Black parents, so we're not all on code. You can be an AKA or Delta or whatever, but if you don't have that in your heart to know what it means to be Black, and your policies are against the Black community, or they don't show that you came from the Black community, it don't matter what color you are. It really doesn't matter what color you are, right? You're not worthy of my vote. And so that's what I'm saying. This time, because of your records, right? Because of the prosecutorial record of Ms. Harris as it relates to her being tough on crime and these harsh sentences that had a negative impact on Black and brown people, I got a problem. I got questions, honey. I got questions. I got a problem. And I'm going to need you to come out and just be real and be true. And for, Biden, your thing on desegregation, calling it a jungle, just all kind of racist stuff up in there. And then, it's all, look, I can't even deal. And then your 1994 crime bill, your foul mouth, way in which you handled Dr. Anita Hill and pushed for the nomination and for Clarence Thomas, pushed that nomination on through for Clarence Thomas to be on the Supreme Court, knowing this man is conservative. That makes me think that you all are far more conservative than we're giving you credit for. Makes me think you low-key GOP. Because you know his best friend was, I'm not even going to think, but the guy that ran with Sarah Palin. Y'all know. Right. That was his best friend. Did y'all saw that? Because Jill Biden talked about that. You know, they talked about that whole thing. Was day 1 or day 2 about Joe and that guy. He was a Republican, and how he crossed the aisle with him and they were friends. You know, the guy that ran for Sarah Palin, he just died. I can see him, you know, the white hair, short hair. And, you know, his family didn't want Trump to come to his funeral. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in comments below. All right, so there's that. And so, yeah, that's my 4. No more lies, no more apologies, no more blame game about Trump. I don't want to hear it. I already know it. I lived it. So I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to relive it. I need to know, number 4, what's your plan? What is your plan? Mr. 1994 crime bill, foul mouth to Dr. Anita Hill, Mr. Joe Biden, and bad truancy and harsh prosecutorial record, Miss Kamala Harris. Y'all tough on Black and brown people, so why should we as the children of Africa just hand over our votes to you? Answer that question. Riddle me this, honey. You will not get my vote that easy. I need to know that you have changed. You have new policies and new plans. I don't need to hear that you back here build and got a job, already got you and your, you know, they got pictures of Kamala Harris' sister meeting with a couple of years ago. I don't know if it was recent, but meeting with privatized jail builders or people who own these privatized jails. So I don't need to know that you back here already got in your flip phone or in your iPhone or already on your iPad, already on your computer, a download of a new jail complex that you build. And I don't need to know that you already got plans for about 50 states, you know what I'm saying, ain't but 50, it's 51, right? And, you know, all these 20 states or so to have upgrades to privatize their privatized jails, to have huger, bigger complexes that are going to hold more people. And, you know, you're going to tell us all this stuff. And then day 1, you know, after you get sworn in, you're already got the plans and raising the money and the funds and the bonds to be, you know, having bigger jail system. No. I need to know you've changed, right? I need to know that you're going to be working on rehabilitation. You can work on a release of people who've done minor crimes. This stuff is crazy foolishness because it fuels these things that are happening with, you know, people scared of Black people, the George Floyds of the world who've been killed or murdered, you know, over a $20 bill. Like, I'm tired. I am tired. And so you are going to have to earn my Black vote. I was going to say something else. You are going to have to earn my Black vote. If you want this parting gift from me before I go across to where I'm going, respect. You're going to have to own my vote, and you're going to have to respect Black America. If we don't make people understand they need to work for our vote and respect Black America, that they just can't roll over. We just can't roll over and do whatever they want and bend over and slide down and bend down and lay down and let them do whatever they want to us anymore. That day is gone. That day is over. And so with that, I will bid you adieu, because sincerely, this is from me. From the bottom of my heart, I mean every word I said. Sincerely, Sanal, a concerned Black voter. I approve this message. Ain't nobody got to approve it but me. I approve this message. Ooh, I got some people on the stream. What? Virgo King said hello. Virgo King said, I've been listening. I have all the answers. No, a Black agenda would be self-segregating. You would be better off starting your own country like Wakanda. Blacks want their own thing, culture, and I can respect it. Greetings, family. Keisha Timber. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Reparations. McCain, that's who I'm. Thank you, McCain, Keisha Timbers. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. McCain. That's who I am talking about. McCain. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, 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 yes. McCain. Can remember his name for nothing in the world. I agree with prison reform. Yes. And in prison, race is survival. He says, I'm stuck on my race because you stuck on yours, but that's okay. You know, like glue, you can stick on you know, whatever. There has nothing a Black person has been able to do in America. Well, you got right about that, honey. Because, you know, y'all, I'm wondering if you're a white supremacist. I hate to give you any time, but, you know, since you're on the live, we just gonna go and shut you out since that's what you want, bro. There has been nothing a Black person has been able to do in America. You know what? I'm beginning to think that y'all have tried to keep Black folks from doing anything. But you know what? I'm here and I'm Black. And so it's a lot been done in America. Look, honey, if you don't believe that, just walk right on down to Sesame Street. No, I'm just joking. But you can walk right on down to Washington, and you can see all of the beautiful monuments and all of the things that have been created. Black people, go to any town and Black people have built it, honey. We built it. We built this city. We built America. And so they're in full. We've done a lot. Our ancestors have done a lot. You stop every time at a stoplight. You know why? Black man. Our ancestors created the stoplight. Sure did. Black man created a whole bunch of stuff. You eat peanut butter sandwich? Yeah, they did that too. Right? Whole bunch. First heart surgery in the world, Africa. Black people have done a lot. And so you're going to need to read a history book, or you just come on back to my channel. You're welcome anytime. Come on back to my channel because I talk a lot about African history and Black history. And so you might learn a few things about what we've done. Well, y'all, this has been real. Virgo King. CEOs of major issue. What have you said? Oh, okay. So you're naming all things Black people have done. Oh, you're a nice troll. Thank you. President, yes, we've been president. Secretary of State, yeah, that too. Joint chief of staff, CEOs of major industries, great sports heroes, great musicians. Look at you, boo. Astronauts, yes. Military heroes. It will never be enough. And that I can agree. Sadly, it will never be enough to get the respect that we need. When, y'all. I think that myself. When will it ever be enough? How many other people's babies will we need to, if you watch The Help, will we need to raise? We need to raise, or we need to take care of before we get the respect, even as Black women, that we are due. How many boardrooms will we have to go into and change the face of major companies before we are truly, completely respected? We don't want retribution. We want reparation. You don't want retribution. We don't want that. We want reparations. And so here it is. Well, you can, I respectfully, because I hate to give you in time. You served under General Powell and you met him. Awesome. He's an awesome man. Respectfully, you propose a new country for Black folks. Yeah, they tried that with Liberia. And so, but you can donate to my fund if you'd like. You can donate to my fund to for me to move back to Africa. There is the donation for PayPal. You can support this broadcast. You can join Patreon. And so I welcome the donations to be, you want to be a part of my repatriation plan, my relocation plan to Africa. Hey, this is my vote is a parting gift to whoever is going to be, I think is going to be the best. May the best man win, because this time I am choosing who I believe is the best candidate. And I'm not just going to give my vote to any and every one. So send me an email if you want to donate. Go look in the about section. You'll find my email. You can send a donation as low as $5 or whatever you might, 100,000, whatever you might like. I would appreciate it very much. And I will tuck it in my relocation bucket with my relocation funds. Yes, I will put it in my relocation bucket, little box, because we trying to get on out of here. All right, guys. I hope that you guys have learned a lot. Let me make sure. Oh, there you go. I hope you guys have learned a lot. Thank you for agreeing with a lot of my points. I sure appreciate it, sir. I do, and I appreciate you being here, joining me, being here with me today. May you be blessed, and may you have a good night. And I hope you listen to, after listening today, thank you to everyone that joined me today. Thank you so much. To Keisha Gwen Timbers, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you want to come on, please, this is the link. Just scroll up and you can see that link just before I go. Thank you to Homegirl Healer. And of course, thank you to Virgo King. Thank you so much. I'm going to get off of here. As you listen tonight to the DNC and their night 3 as Biden speaks, and as you see Kamala Harris walk on the stage, I hope that you may not agree with everything I said, but I hope that you will think critically about who you vote for, because your vote matters. You matter. You matter to me. And I want to see you well. I want to see you healthy. I want to see you blessed, no matter who you are. Okay? I love you so much. I do. You are special. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are amazing. You know why? Baby. Because you are. I love you. May you be blessed. And may you have a wonderful and beautiful night. Y'all have a good night. I love you. Share the video. Give me a like on your way out. Give me a like and a thumbs up. All right. And subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Love you. Black Power. Love you.